Storms are developing out in Iowa. In just a couple moments, I'll show you future track and what parts of southern Wisconsin stand the chance of seeing a couple of strong storms this evening.
Plus, advocates are raising concerns after two of Madison's biggest hospitals remove language relating to diversity, equity, and inclusion from parts of their websites.
Also, a Wisconsin group suing Elon Musk for his attempts to sway voters in the state's last Supreme Court election. That's all coming up on News 3 now at 6. Good evening. I'm Eric Franke.
And I'm Sarah Carlson. Thanks so much for watching.
Well, we start with some breaking news out of Madison, where police are investigating a shooting at this hour. Several people reported this shooting on Milwaukee Street. Happened about 2:30 this afternoon. One man suffered multiple gunshot wounds and is in the hospital, we are told. No arrests have been made. Anyone with information is asked to contact Madison Area Crime Stoppers. The number there, 608-266-6014, or online at p3tips.com. Now to weather, where parts of the Madison area could see some severe weather roll through later tonight.
And those storms could bring them thunder, high winds, and potential hail. The First Warn Weather Team has been monitoring the radar all day. Let's get the latest from Chief Meteorologist Alex Harrington out on the patio. Hi, Alex.
Hey there, and I'm sweating out here on the patio. That's a sign it's warm. We've got the fuel for these thunderstorms that have now formed over Iowa, over northern Iowa to be exact, where we have a severe thunderstorm warning between Fort Dodge and Mason City. And that area of thunderstorm stretches across northern Iowa and is going to be moving off towards the south and towards the east as we go through the evening hours. But future track and many of our weather models are showing a potential weakening in this area of showers and thunderstorms as it moves into the area as we head towards 9 o'clock. If this weakening mode is what materializes, that would be good news. We don't need the severe weather, but we certainly could use some of the rain drops. Any thunderstorms that do reach severe criteria tonight, we're looking at gusty winds and hail being the main threat. And if any of these storms tend to line up one after another, we could be looking at some localized areas of heavy rainfall. It's not the only chance of rain that we have in the forecast, all being fueled by warm temperatures. 84 in Madison, 90 right now still, and Janesville an 86 tide if you go down the Wisconsin River Valley. Got 84 in Madison, 86 to the west on Highway 14 and 88 in Belleville. And as we plan our night tonight, those thunderstorms reaching the Madison area by approximately 10 o'clock. And as we go beyond 10 o'clock, that weakening mode of showers and thunderstorms turning to more just shower activity. In Maine weather, we'll let you know how much water you can expect from these storms, and we'll track additional rain chances for Thursday going into Friday.
All right, Alex, thank you. And track the forecast for yourself with our First Warn weather app. It has hourly planners, road conditions, radar, and more. You can download it for free in your phone's app store. Just search WISC weather. Advocates are raising some concern after two of Madison's biggest hospitals, UW Health and SSM Health, removed language related to diversity, equity, and inclusion from parts of their websites.
Arman Rahman went to leadership at both to ask why, and why advocates say what they say matters to marginalized communities.
Tim Schaefer is the pastor at First Baptist Church in Madison.
I am myself an openly gay man, one of a few Baptist pastors in the country.
It's one of the reasons why he was disheartened to see that UW Health and SSM Health changed or removed language related to diversity, equity, and inclusion in their websites.
Even we as a congregation have a diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging task force because we recognize that there are people that in faith communities have been driven away.
SSM Health changed its Our Commitment to Diversity page to Our Commitment to Healthy Culture. I asked when and why the change occurred and was only sent this statement by hospital administration, where they say they intend to live out their mission, vision, and values and believe everyone was created in the image of God. They continue, this has not and will not change. As such, our website and other communications materials are continually updated as we strive to clearly convey our commitment to a welcoming environment where everyone feels valued and respected. UW Health's Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion page listed its commitment to LGBTQ care and anti-racism. Now it's changed to social impact and belonging. UW Health Administration said it's part of their 3-year strategic plan for diversity, equity, and inclusion, and says in a statement, quote, "Our commitment to addressing health disparities is unwavering, and our daily work doing so alongside our nonprofit community partners is clear evidence of this commitment."
When organizations start to remove references to DEI, there seems to be a little bit less transparency. Perhaps it indicates that there isn't the same commitment to that as there was before.
I asked both hospitals if this has anything to do with federal funding, as it comes after President Donald Trump threatened to withhold that from programs that promote DEI. None of them answered that question. Last year, UW Health received about $5.1 million in federal grants. The UW School of Medicine and Public Health received $315 million.
It's hard to know what pressures these hospitals are under to make changes.
Schaefer says it still sends the same message to marginalized communities.
They want to know that they are seen, right? And so it is symbolic, but it's more than that.
Reporting in Madison, Arman Rahman, News 3 Now.
Madison Mayor Satya Rhodes Conway and members of the Common Council introduced a set of proposals today in an effort to create more housing in Madison. The city claims the proposals will diversify and expand available housing by bringing duplexes to the city. They'll also allow property owners with deep residential lots to split them up. And perhaps one of the biggest moves, changing downtown zoning rules to be more similar to other parts of the city.
You know, it's a long list of things that are, I think, modest changes that will, again, remove bureaucracy, make it easier to create housing across the city of all types.
Now, the proposals will be introduced at the Common Council's June 17th meeting, and there will be a community information meeting set for July 2nd. The proposals are already gaining some support.
A Madison man is in jail for allegedly making terrorist threats online. DeJohn Angelo was arrested Friday on Williamson Street after posting concerning messages targeting Black, gay, and Jewish people on social media. Police seized multiple guns and electronics from Angelo's apartment. During a search warrant, marijuana and mushrooms were also found during the search. Angelo is charged with making terrorist threats, maintaining a drug trafficking place, possession with intent to deliver THC, and also to deliver psilocybin. The investigation is ongoing.
A Rock County family asking for some help after their 2-year-old girl died after a crash. According to the Rock County Sheriff's Office, the young girl and her family were on U.S. Highway 14 near South Van Allen Road in the town of La Prairie on Sunday, and that's when their vehicle was rear-ended. The 2-year-old suffered life-threatening injuries and was taken to the hospital via med flight. The family confirmed her death at an online fundraiser, and the family's GoFundMe says the child passed away early yesterday morning. The GoFundMe is up for those who would like to support the family. So far, it has raised more than $24,000 with a goal of $28,000.
A group of Wisconsin voters are suing Elon Musk, and they say the billionaire bribed voters during the Supreme Court race back in April.
Well, this happened after Musk gave away $2 million at a rally in Green Bay. Our Tanisha Shaw spoke to the legal team that's representing this lawsuit. And we're sorry we do not have that story at this time. We'll try to bring that to you shortly. Meanwhile, we'll be right back with a look at your forecast as Alex is talking about the possibility of storms tonight.
And we'll tell you about a special send-off for Madison West High School's class of 2025. Stay with us.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
Once again, a group of Wisconsin voters is suing Elon Musk. They say the billionaire bribed voters during the Supreme Court race in April.
It happened after Musk gave away $2 million at a rally in Green Bay. Tanisha Shaw spoke to the legal team representing the lawsuit.
Wisconsin Democracy Campaign and 2 voters from Wisconsin want to hold Tesla owner Elon Musk accountable for what they're calling, quote, bribery during the 2025 justice race here in Wisconsin. Law Forward is one of the groups that's legally representing the suit.
We do find it extremely alarming that political action committees are continuing to use our spring elections to try to influence the politics and elections in our Badger State politics by dangling dollars in front of voters.
In March, Judge Brad Schimmel and Judge Susan Crawford campaigned for the state Supreme Court seat that would flip the state's ideological balance. Elon Musk, who endorsed Judge Brad Schimmel, offered $100 to Wisconsin voters that signed this petition that would oppose, quote, activist judges. Those that signed it were promised the chance to receive $1 million in addition to the $100. The Sunday before Election Day, Elon Musk held a rally in Green Bay. There, he gave away 2 $1 million checks. The voters in the suit are saying this breaks Wisconsin state laws.
We've got 5 more years in a row of Supreme Court races. So the next 5 Aprils, we're doing this again. And we don't need, whether it's Mr. Musk or any other outside billionaire, coming in and trying to purchase a seat on our Supreme Court.
Tonight at 10, I'll have more from Law Forward on how these accusations could change the way people see Wisconsin elections forever. Reporting in Madison, Tanasia Shaw, News 3 Now.
Tanasia, thank you. Wisconsin Attorney General Josh Call attempted to block the payments before they could be given away back in March, but a Columbia County judge declined to hear the lawsuit before the deadline.
Today, hundreds of outgoing Madison West High School seniors are getting a special congratulations from some elementary school students ahead of graduation. The annual Senior Walk at Randall Elementary brings them back to the halls they once walked to celebrate their futures. This afternoon, the soon-to-be grads walked through the school wearing those caps and gowns, and current students and teachers at Randall Elementary applauded and cheered as they passed by. Although
I teach swim lessons, so I saw a lot of the kids that I teach now, and it just really gave me a blast from the past, imagining myself like them.
It's just kind of surreal. Everything just seems a little bit smaller than, what it was when I was here. Everything felt so big, but now it's just a great experience just to see all the teachers and people that really helped create my life.
And these West High School seniors graduate on Saturday.
Well, there's a new temporary art installation making its debut this week at the UW Arboretum. Take a look. It's called Preserve. And the City of Madison Arts Commission says the installation showcases 1,000 documented species, drawing inspiration from Aldo Leopold, of course, the former UW Arboretum research director for 15 years. Preserve is located just off the main parking lot across from the visitor center at the Arboretum, and you can view it for free through September 27th during the Arboretum's regular hours.
Well, remember to vote for your favorite people, places, and things in Madison Magazine's Best of Madison. The voting runs through June 30th. Month is going by fast, and you can cast one vote in each category. You don't have to live in Madison either to vote. It's open to the whole viewing area here. The winners will be revealed in the magazine's October issue. You can find a full list of the categories on channel3000.com. Well, still ahead, would you personally trust AI to handle your finances?
After the break, what some Madison residents are saying and the results from a national survey posing that very question, and the answer may surprise you.
Plus, when can we expect to see severe storms move through Madison? Alex returns with the forecast after the break.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
Welcome back. Would you personally trust AI to handle your finances? A national survey found the average American would.
Our Kyle Pozorski posed that question to Madisonians today to get their thoughts on this emerging technology.
A recent survey has found more and more Americans would trust artificial intelligence to manage their money. But in talking to Madisonians, opinions are a bit more mixed.
Would you trust AI with your money?
I probably wouldn't, not without a bit more information on what things are currently doing right now.
With heavy skepticism towards the emerging technology.
I don't know enough about AI to know if I would trust it.
No, I don't believe so, because I have to know more about AI.
You don't trust AI with your money?
No. The findings were published by Advance America. Part of what they found is that Wisconsinites, along with the nation as a whole, feel comfortable letting AI manage about $20,000. While some may cringe at the idea, Kyle Cranmer, a UW professor and director of the Data Science Institute, says he's not surprised.
So before, I think it was much more abstract.
Telling me the growing trust is a sign of the times.
More people have had experiences with it, and oftentimes those experiences have been positive. I think that's probably what's at the root of it.
He says while more are embracing the technology, there is still good reason to seek professional advice when it comes to your personal wealth.
I don't think financial advisors are going away anytime soon.
News 3 Now did reach out to several financial advisors about the role that AI may play with personal finances in the coming years. Shane Keeler with Madison Partners provided a statement saying in part, quote, "At this point, the financial industry is primarily utilizing AI in asset management." It continues, however, the cornerstone of what we do here at Madison Partners is financial planning, which is something that the families that we serve value. In Madison, Kyle Pozorski, News 3 Now.
Well, some good news for consumers. Inflation appears to be cooling down. According to the Consumer Price Index report, overall prices ticked up 0.1% from April to May. Meanwhile, overall prices are 2.4% higher than a year ago. Overall food prices and housing costs went up by 0.3% from April to May, but energy prices went down by 1%. Gas prices are down 2.6%. However, despite President Trump rolling back many of his tariffs, consumers appear to still be concerned about how much things cost.
it's still not clear to consumer what exactly is hitting their wallet and when. They may have seen some price increases, but they know that the environment remains uncertain.
Experts say there are a few reasons prices didn't surge last month. Some businesses beefed up their pre-tariff inventories. Others absorbed higher costs of the first waves of imported goods. Well, we're tracking some storms and moving in later tonight. Alex, now a complete look at the forecast. Alex?
Yeah, we're tracking storms right now on Radar 3000 that are out over the state of Iowa between Iowa Falls and Mason City that have had a history of damaging winds. And they're going to be rolling off towards the east and heading towards the Mississippi River, eyeing up Crawford and Grant counties here, probably right around that 8-9 o'clock hour, if not just a touch sooner. But before I leave this, I want to make note that while temperatures in southwest Wisconsin behind me, as you see here, are in the upper 80s, plenty of warmth out there, the humidity out there, the dew point, that's a measure of moisture, is quite low. We see dew points in the upper 40s to the lower 50s. So what that means is as those storms move in from the west, they're going to be encountering a drier air mass. And that's why, as we look at future track, those thunderstorms eyeing up southwest Wisconsin show a weakening trend to some extent as we move through the evening hours. So while I expect an isolated chance of a severe storm or two, some of those storms are going to be struggling because we have a dry environment. Finally, the environment gets more wet. We see showers and thunderstorms pretty widespread for areas Madison and points to the north as we go towards 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. Some heavy rainfall could be possible. Then those showers and storms dwindle, and then we see a refiring of those showers and thunderstorms, but eyeing up more towards the north, central and northern Wisconsin with this next batch of showers and thunderstorms Thursday night going into the early morning hours of Friday. So good news water-wise, Madison areas to the northwest, some places picking up an inch. Unfortunately, areas near the Wisconsin-Illinois border, I know many of you have reached out to me. When are we going to get some rain, Alex? I don't think the chances are very high tonight going into Thursday, but you do have some better chances on Friday. And at 10 o'clock tonight, I'll give you a glimpse of those showers and thunderstorm chances. An isolated storm with gusty winds and hail can't be ruled out tonight, especially for areas west of Madison. I'll be keeping a close eye on Radar 3000. Also, our air quality is not good right now. We have high levels of ozone. Just think about that as another form of pollution in the atmosphere. And if you are susceptible to any air quality issues, this is the unhealthy range, and it's advised just to limit the outdoor activities. Stay indoors this evening with high levels of ozone. Showers and thunderstorm chances last through Friday, going into Friday night. Then we dry out for Dad's Day weekend. Dad's Day is looking good at 77, and then we turn warm and humid next week with consistent shower and storm chances, and hopefully those storms will get some rain for our friends down near the Illinois border that really need it.
We could use it. Thank you, Alex.
And hoping the rain holds off. A lot of high school sports going on still.
It was so hot. I feel like I sweat out like 15 pounds today at our state softball game. Coming up in sports, the tournament is underway at Goodman Diamond. How our local teams fared in the Division I quarterfinals. That's next on News 3 Now. Wisconsin football was back out on the field this week, but it wasn't their normal playing surface. Daryl Peterson, Ricardo Hallman, Nathaniel Vakos, and other Badgers were on hand to kick off the Miracle League of Dane County's season. It's a place where inclusion comes first and everybody gets to play baseball. And it's an experience for the Badgers that they wouldn't miss for the world.
Being here as long as I've been, 4 or 5 years in Madison, man, giving back to this community who's always given and been great to me, it means everything to me. So being able to be around these people, these families, just give back, it's so important. I had so much fun doing it.
I enjoy coming to it every single year. I mean, this is a pleasure being with these kids. I love learning from these kids. They teach you a lot, and they have great intentions. They only see the good in you, really, which you don't get to see outside in the world too much. These kids just have the brightest souls.
Oregon making their first appearance at the state softball tournament, taking on Hamilton. Panthers down 1-0 in the fourth, and Bitsy Palika adds to that Charger lead. She sneaks one through to make it a 2-run game, and Oregon just couldn't get anything going in the batter's box. Panthers' historic season comes to an end in the quarterfinals. 3-0 the final. Well, Sun Prairie East taking on Kaukauna in another D1 quarterfinal. Cardinals down 2-0 in the third, but not going away. Abby Packard chops one through to make it a 1-run game, but the Galloping Ghosts would blow it open in the fifth with 7 runs in the frame as Sun Prairie East season comes to an end in the quarters. 9-1 the final. And the Brewers looking for that series win over the Braves. They're down 2-0, and the former Madison West region, Drake Baldwin, drives in another run at the ballpark where he grew up going as a kid. Now the Crew would get one back in the bottom of the inning. Reese Hoskins sends a solo shot to left, but it wouldn't be enough. Brewers fall 6-2, the final.
Braves had their number a little bit in that series. Well, coming up later tonight on News 3 Now at 10, continuing coverage of a Wisconsin group suing Elon Musk. News 3 Now's Tanisha Shaw takes a more in-depth look at the lawsuit in this case. Again, that's tonight. That story and more tonight, News 3 Now at 10.
And a final check on our forecast. Not too bad.
Not too bad. It's not terribly humid. It is warm out there. That's fuel for thunderstorms, but it is a bit on the dry side out there. That may help to reduce the severe weather threat this evening, but keeping all eyes on Radar 3000 as storms over Iowa continue to press off to the east, likely reaching Crawford and Grant counties by the time we get to that 8, 9, 10 o'clock hour. But they may struggle with our dry environment, so that would be good from a severe weather standpoint. Hopefully we can keep these storms under severe limits, but continue to get some of the raindrops as we move into the evening hours. But can't rule out an isolated severe storm or two west of Madison. Winds and hail would be the main threats this evening.
All right. Alex, thank you, and thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 6. Coming up next is Entertainment Tonight.
And our next newscast is coming up at 10. You can always find us streaming 24/7 on Channel 3000+. We'll see you back here at 10.